In August 2023, a small community in Atascosa County, Texas, faced a heartbreaking tragedy when 12-year-old Miranda Sips died under shocking circumstances. Miranda's death was not only the loss of a young life, but also a wake-up call about the responsibilities of parents and society in protecting children. Miranda Sips was an ordinary middle school student, a member of the school's cheerleading team, and just days away from her 13th birthday. However, her short life ended in pain after 4 days of being unconscious at home without being taken for emergency care. Even more shocking was that those expected to protect her, her biological mother, Denise Bonetta, 36, and stepfather Gerald Gonzalez, 40, were the ones responsible for her death. According to the Atascosa County Sheriff, on August 8th, Miranda suffered a serious injury that left her unconscious. However, instead of taking their daughter to the hospital immediately, Bonetta and Gonzalez decided to keep Miranda at home for 4 days. They believed they could care for Miranda at home without medical intervention. During that time, they only kept Miranda on a mattress, trying to give her smoothies and attempting to provide oxygen. It wasn't until August 12th, when Miranda's condition became extremely critical, that Bonetta finally called for help. When rescue workers arrived, they found Miranda in a dying state. Despite being rushed to the hospital immediately, doctors were unable to save her. Miranda died after about an hour of treatment at the hospital. Police arrested Bonetta and Gonzalez on charges of injury to a child by omission at the highest degree. Under Texas criminal law, this offense can be punished by 5 to 99 years in prison or life imprisonment. Both are currently out on bail of $200,000 each. Notably, both Bonetta and Gonzalez admitted to not taking Miranda to the hospital, but they showed a lack of remorse that a normal parent would have in this situation. The sheriff believes it seems they didn't want the incident to draw attention, so they tried to handle it at home. He emphasized that regardless of the initial cause of injury, parents have a responsibility to seek emergency care for their child when they see a dangerous condition. This incident has raised many questions about the current child protection system. Concerningly, this wasn't the first time authorities had intervened with this family. According to records from Atascosa County, police had responded to 3 calls related to Miranda's home before she was found unconscious. In March of the same year, police were called to check on a woman with scratches. In November of the previous year, Jordanton Elementary School had called Child Protective Services, CPS, to report marks on a child's body. And in October of the previous year, a 911 caller reported that Gonzalez was in the house and refusing to leave. These calls suggest there may have been issues in this family for a long time. However, it seems no effective intervention measures were taken to protect Miranda. To learn more about this case from a forensic science perspective, Law & Crime's Sidebar program interviewed Dr. Mary Jumbelik, a forensic expert and former chief medical examiner, Onondaga County, New York. Dr. Jumbelik shared important insights on the importance of thorough investigation in child death cases, the autopsy process, and how to determine the timing of injuries. Dr. Jumbelik emphasized that delay in seeking medical care is an alarming sign of potential abuse. She also explained that the autopsy process can take from 1.5 to 6 to 7 hours, depending on the complexity of the case, and requires consideration of many factors beyond the autopsy itself, such as medical records, toxicology tests, X-rays, and microscopic examination. Regarding the possibility of Miranda surviving for 4 days without medical care, Dr. Jumbelik suggested this could happen in some cases. For example, if Miranda suffered a severe injury but was initially saved, she could have fallen into a prolonged coma. Or she could have been slowly bleeding internally, leading to a gradual weakening until her body could no longer endure. Dr. Jumbelik also emphasized the difference between autopsies on children and adults. When performing autopsies on children, experts follow a very thorough procedure, examining every small detail on the body to detect any signs of past abuse. This is crucial, because children are vulnerable members of society. The Miranda Sips case has shocked local and national public opinion. Miranda's school announced they would provide psychological counseling services for students when they return to school. Miranda's family and friends have also set up an online fundraising page to cover her funeral expenses. When the autopsy results are released, we will have more information about the exact cause of Miranda's death. This will help investigators determine whether charges against Bonetta and Gonzalez need to be changed. However, regardless of the outcome, this case has sounded an alarm about the importance of protecting children from abuse and neglect. The death of Miranda Sips is not just a personal tragedy, but also a warning to society as a whole. It raises difficult questions about parental responsibility, the effectiveness of the child protection system, and the role of the community in ensuring the safety of our youngest citizens. How did previous warning signs not lead to effective intervention? How can we improve the child protection system to prevent similar tragedies in the future? How can we raise community awareness about reporting signs of child abuse? As we seek answers to these questions, we must also remember that everyone in society has a responsibility to protect children. We need to be more vigilant, ready to speak up and act when we see any signs of danger to children. The death of Miranda Sips is an irreplaceable loss. But if from this tragedy we can create positive changes in how we protect children, perhaps her death will not be entirely meaningless. That would be the best way to remember Miranda, by ensuring that no other child suffers a similar fate.